Hello students, so today we will solve these three questions which are related to the topic stoichiometry and mole concept. So let us start with the first question. The first question here says which one of the following is definitely not an empirical formula. So here four options are given. So before choosing the correct answer, let us see what is empirical formula. So if you know, empirical formula represents the simplest ratio. It represents the simplest ratio of the elements in a compound. So it should represent the simplest ratio of the elements in a compound. So let us see of the four options given here which does not represent the simplest ratio. So if we look at the first answer C6H16O3, so here you can't simplify these ratios of or these number of atoms furthermore, because 3 is an odd number, 16 and 6 are even number, so they can't be simplified more. So it can be a stoichiometrically correct empirical formula. Let us see the second one. Second also can be a correct empirical formula because here the ratios 10, 20 and 11 cannot be simplified anymore. So C1, if you see the third option C3H5O2, it also can't be simplified anymore, right? 3, 5 to that is the simplest ratio. Now we are left with the fourth option. Fourth option is C6H12O4. So you see here all the suffix are even number, so and also they can be simplified more. So you can simplify more it. So if you divide all the numbers by 2, then what the ratio you will have or what the formula you will have, it will be C3H6O2, right? If you divide all the numbers, 6 divided by 2 will be 3, 12 divided by 2 will be 6 and 4 divided by 2 will be 2. So C3H6O2, that can be a more simplified formula for this fourth option given here. So fourth cannot be a correct empirical formula. So the correct answer here should be D, because the correct empirical formula that should not be written as C6H12O4, rather it should be written as C3H6O2. I hope you understood this problem. Now let's come to the second question. Second question says a compound has an empirical formula of CH2O. So CH2O, that is the empirical formula given, and it says an independent analysis gave a value of 150.13 gram per mole for its molar mass. So the molar mass of the compound is 150.13 and the empirical formula is CH2ON. So if the empirical formula is CH2ON, then the correct molecular formula should be something written with suffix N here. That means if you will open this formula, what it will be written as the molecular formula CnH2nOn. So this will be the correct molecular formulas, but here N is unknown, that we have to find out what is N. Okay, and the molecular mass we already know, that is 150.13. So if the empirical formula is given, then molecular formula will be written something like this, whole in suffix N, and you will have to determine the value of N. So let us see. If the molecular formula is this, then what should be the molecular mass of this compound according to this formula? So it will be N into atomic mass of carbon is 12 plus 2N into atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. You should know that. And N times atomic weight of oxygen is 16. So basically this is 12N plus 2N plus 16N. And how much this total will be? 12 plus 2 is 14, 14 plus 16, 14 plus 6 is 20, plus 10 30. So it is 30N. But that is already given that molecular mass is 150.13. So we can equate these two values. 30N is equal to 150.13. So from here you can determine what is N is. N is 150.13 divided by 30. So from here if you divide it, you will get 3 5 are 15 and decimal will come here and 0 and then 0 1. So if you take the nearest integer or whole number here, that will be 5.00 or 5 you will take. So the correct molecular formula that you will get here, you considered it CH2ON. So N value we have got, let's put it here. So it will be 5 here. So it is C5H10O 5. So this will be the correct molecular formula. So let us see which is the correct answer. C5H10O5. So you see that is the first answer given here. So that's the correct answer. Now let's come to the third question. That is the last question here. So you are given the balanced equation C4H4 plus 5O2 gives 4CO2 plus 2H2O. If 0.3618 moles of C4H4 are allowed to react with 1.818 moles of O2, then what is the maximum quantity of CO2 that can be produced? So here I think it is missed, but here the question has been asked, what is the maximum quantity of CO2 in moles it should be. So the answer you have to find out in moles what can be the maximum quantity of CO2 that can be produced. So let us see how we will solve this question. So according to the balanced chemical equation given here, C4H4 plus 5O2 gives 4CO2. You see that 1 mole of C4H4, because here the number here nothing is written, that means it is 1. So that means 1 mole of C4H4 reacts with 5 moles of O2 and produces 4 moles of CO2. So let us see which is the limiting reagent here, or we will determine if because we have been given that we have 0.3618 mole of C4H4, 0.3618 moles of C4H4, that is given here. But let us see if this oxygen, total oxygen available here, that is sufficient for the complete reaction of this much C4H4 or not. So because we know that 1 mole of C4H4 requires 5 moles of O2, so that means it will require 5 into 0.3618 moles of O2. So this much mole of O2 should be present. Let us see how much it will be. Let's multiply this. 5 8s are 40, 1 carry, 5 1 is 5 plus 4 9, 5 6 are 30, 0 and 3 carry, 5 3 are 15 plus 3 18, and after 4 digit decimal you will put, so it is 1.809. So 1.809 moles O2 should be there. And let us see how much oxygen we have. In the question it is given that we have 1.818 moles of O2 we have been given. So 1.818, that is more than the required amount, right? So this required amount, that is less than the available amount, 1.818. That means sufficient oxygen we are available with. So whole 3.3618 mole of C4H4 can react with the oxygen. So limiting reagent is this one. So C4H4 is the limiting reagent here. So all the 0.3618 moles of C4H4 will be consumed and they will produce carbon dioxide and water. So let us see how much CO2 will be produced, because according to the balanced equation given in the question, 1 mole of C4H4 gives 4 moles of CO2. So here we are going to react 0.3618 mole of C4H4. So moles of CO2 formed, how much that will be? Moles of CO2 formed, that will be 4 times the number of moles of C4H4. So it will 4 into 0.3618, and if you multiply this, how much you will get? 4 8s are 32, and 3 carry, 4 1s are 4 plus 3 7, and 4 6s are 24, 2 carry, 4 3 are 12 plus 2 14. So after 4 digit decimal it will be 1.4472. So let us see which is the correct answer here. 1.4472. So the nearest correct answer should be A, 1.447 rounded to 3 decimal places. So correct answer is 1.447. that is the first answer. So I hope you understood this question and all these 3 questions. So I hope you would love this video. So consider liking this video and subscribing my channel also. Thank you very much. Take care and bye bye.